I'm sorry.
I wanted to know because between you doing Broadway and you being on Imus, who are some of your favorite musicians that you got to meet over the years in person?
Oh, doing Imus musicians, God. I mean, Levon Helm turned into a dear friend.
Wow.
Vince Gill. I met the Beach Boys, who were all apparently a fan of my Brian Wilson character. Which apparently would inspire them to fire him from his own band. As a matter of fact, they gave me my own gold record copy of their Endless Summer album, and it's got my name on it and everything. It was like one of those. I guess they can have them made up to give them out as souvenirs, and Imus and I each got one.
Wow!
So that's cool. But I think the biggest one, the one that means the most to me out of all of them, and there's been a lot of them, man. But the one who meant the most was Rick Nielsen. I mean, Rick and I are still really, really close friends. I told you the Cheap Trick story.
No.
Oh, come on. I tell everybody. Hi, I'm Rob Bartlett. I was in Atlantic City while I was seeing Cheap Trick.
We need Matt Dorito on for this. He designed his handgun for the singer.
Yeah, Matt, remember from the
we were raising money for his the Star treatment?
Yes.
Yeah, the reason he couldn't be there the second day is because he was delivering a handgun that he designed for the guys in Cheap Trick.
A handgun or handgun guitar?
No, handgun.
Handgun. And the purpose of delivering them a handgun was what?
Shoot it.
I hope at least it was checkerboard.
It was.
Of course. So,
yes, Polly Chaser. Thank you.
So I'm in Atlantic City. I'm seeing Cheap Trick. Was this an unbelievable Cheap Trick fan? We took an RV trip across the country to some amusement park in Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio.
Cedar Point,
because it had 4 or 5 of the top 10 roller coasters in the country. My oldest son wanted to ride as many of them as he could. So we took an RV trip across the country and played Cheap Trick all the way out. Turned out Cheap Trick was playing in Sandusky that night. And so got to see them for the first time in concert then. Took my oldest son. Buddy was out. He was getting back surgery. So Dax Nielsen, who is Rick's son, played the drums. Great drummer.
Really?
Oh, unbelievable drummer. And he's plays drums now for them because Bunny left the band. So then there was a weekend, or over the course of 2 weekends, they were promoting the Rockford album, I think it was. They were on Conan. A friend of mine knew people who worked on Conan, got me tickets to see them live on Conan. Nice. And then they were playing this Liberty Island Music Festival. They headlined, and also on the bill were Smithereens, Patti Smith, the Fab Four,
really?
Which are just great. They do a great cover band, and Parliament Funkadelic. So
wow,
it's unbelievable. And saw them there. And then the following weekend they were at Atlantic City, so I took my son. So we're watching the show, and we actually got to move our seats over. We were in the, house right. We were able to move into some, seats set aside for the high rollers who didn't show, into the middle section of the orchestra. I guess we're about 8 rows back, whatever. And we're watching, and they're done with the song, and they're doing. I think they were doing "Surrender," or whatever one of the last songs were. And I see Tom Peterson squint, and I think he's looking right at me. And then he walks over and he whispers in Rick's ear. And then Rick moves to the front of the stage, and he squints and he goes, and I'm like this, and my son Devin goes, "What?" I said, "I don't know. I think Rick Nielsen just talked to me." No, it was like, it's late. Now, don't you have to get up early for the radio? Apparently, they were fans. They used to watch MSNBC. They used to watch MSNBC. And so
that's
after they finish the song, Rick goes like this. They go off stage. I turn to my son and said, "Come on, we're going to go backstage." Goes, "What?" We go to the backstage door and knock on a door. It opens up. There's this big, side of beef. This General Motors guy. Just, "What do you want?" I said, "I'm here for Rick." He says, "Everybody's here for Rick." And I hear Rick in the back go, "Wow!" on. Hey, let him in, let him in. So Devin and I go in. He throws his arms around me. Everybody in the band are laughing. We're shaking hands. We're patting back. And then they go back out for the encore. And so we're standing backstage, watching them go through the encore. And Rick introduces me. So I walk out on stage and I thank all the guys for a great show. I said, and do they belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or not? I mean, come on, let's get these guys in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And they were laughing. We're having this great time. And so they go to do the encore. And as they're setting, Rick comes over and puts his gold Les Paul around my neck. And I don't play guitar well enough to actually play for people. I can do maybe 3 chords from My Sweet Lord, He's So Fine. And that's about it. Only because I used to do that in my act. I would segue from one to the other. That's how long ago I've been doing my act. That was a lawsuit. And so he throws this, and I'm looking at him, and they launch into Dream Police. So,
oh no!
Thank God the guitar isn't on, because I start air guitaring, and I have air guitared that song more times than I care to mention in front of people. And I'm on stage thinking, please don't wake up, please don't wake up. Let me stay asleep for the whole song, please. I'm doing the whole thing, and then it gets to the middle part, the rap part. I try to sleep. They're wide awake. They won't let me alone. They don't get paid to take vacations. They won't let me alone. And so there's a four measure instrumental beat. It's boom 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 pop 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 boom 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 pop 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 pop. And he gets to the third one, and Rick is about to do it, and he turns and he goes like this. I try to sleep, they're wide awake, they don't let me alone. They don't get paid to take vacations, or let me alone. I try to hide it, whatever it was, I knew it. They persecute me right here in Atlantic City. And they go nuts. They can't believe that I nailed it. It was like they were trying to, I guess, fool me, whatever, they're trying to prank me, but I nailed it. And the whole thing was over. I went backstage. They did "Good Night Now, Ladies and Gentlemen." The show's over. They had to run to catch a plane to get to Canada, because they had to get to Canada. They had to be in Canada before midnight for some reason.